Next slide, literature review. Throughout our research, we picked several main points to look at and dive into within body-worn cameras. The first one was officer perceptions of body-worn cameras. We looked at several studies across the nation that dealt with a lot of big departments. A noticeable one was a lot of departments in Arizona, Phoenix, Denver, and then some in California. And what we found in officer perceptions was mostly positive. It took a lot to get used to. So one big research study we looked at did a survey at the beginning of adding in body-worn cameras. So they did a survey on the perception that the officer had and if they liked it. And it was mostly positive. Some were a little skeptical because adding a device like that changes the game a little bit. It's another piece of equipment that you have to get used to and an already hectic job. But as the year went on, they did the survey again. And over that year, as they had time to get adapted to it, actually see the real benefits of it with hands-on experience, for the majority, it was all very positive perceptions and views and how it helped them from case to case and incident to incident, just dealing with people every day. They really liked it. For citizen perception, that was our second main topic. Citizens also have a generally positive attitude for body-worn cameras, because then again, as we're talking about, the whole main thing that why body-worn cameras are implemented is because the problems law enforcement was going through with the public and losing that trust due to misconduct and use of force incidents across the nation. Citizens really wanted to see the day-to-day interactions with the community and what police officers are really doing within those situations. So it opened up the windows to transparency, and it holds both the public and officers accountable. So that was the main points we found from citizens' perspective. Another main topic we touched on was issues with body cameras, and the main issues we found was cost and storage. So the cost is crazy for each little device and just department-wide due to the large amount of numbers or large number of police officers we have and law enforcement officers throughout the nation. The cost really does add up, and then adding on to that is where do you store it? Brings in a whole nother aspect of cost. How long do you store it for? How much does it cost to store? How much can you store? There's a lot of questions revolving around that, and it's still an ongoing process, and I feel like it will be for a long time because these devices aren't going to get any cheaper sooner. Along with that, our large main point we looked at was the reduction of misconduct for both parties, police officers and the public. And what we found is body-worn cameras did reduce officer complaints. So we don't know for sure what the reason was for some of the studies, but they suggested that it was misconduct and that there was less misconduct, and due to these complaints that officers were treating the public more fairly, doing their job properly, following policies, following the rules, and doing their job overall successfully. So that was a huge main thing we found in a lot of studies. The police complaints were reduced dramatically from where these body-worn cameras were implemented.